Hello. I have a migraine, which is absolutely horrendously terrible. And so I feel like general shit. Which is why I am doing this. I've got about an hour before I have to beg off and do some general requirements of a somewhat job that thankfully does not require me to drive, but someone else will be driving me. And then I'll be back and doing this. Reason why I am deciding to play Ace Attorney is because there's the Investigation series is coming out. I want to play all of it. I absolutely adore and love this game. I haven't gotten all the achievements in this game just yet, so that's kind of what my focus is getting those achievements. Because, yeah, also I have a migraine, so this is much easier for me to do, is to play a game like this with a migraine. I'm terrible at the voice acting thing, so I will do what I can. As best I can put it in. Yes, Padra, I know, but you can't come up on the couch. I need the couch. Like that. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. I like this. My dog is trying to interrupt me. This is the type of game I really do enjoy a lot of. Someone like him. Just because of the way this story, the way it interacts. I'll make it look like he did it. One of the reasons why I enjoy these games, this is a visual novel style game, which is not necessarily my cup of tea, except when it's like this. So most of the dating sims I can't really do. These types of games I can. Or hidden object games, those are fun. I love hidden object games. Unfortunately, they just cost money. This costs money too, but this is well worth the cost of money. Most hidden object games are, you can beat it in like 3 hours, which is personally not worth $15, $20, but you know, either you come up on the couch all the way and lay down, or you get out of my face. Which is it gonna be, Padra? Padra? That's what I thought. Okay. Wait. Dog is being distracted, which is good. Okay, so August 3rd, 9:47 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Boy, am I nervous. I also like the anime of this, because the anime is pretty cool. Right. Yeah, I'm not doing voices. I'm reading it just because I want to read it aloud, but I'm most likely not going to do voices. Let's see. Oh, hiya, Chief. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. I was trying to get directly in my face. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yeah. Actually, I kind of owe him my current job. It's one of the reasons I became an attorney. That's news to me. I want to help him out in any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. Padra, either you lay down, or you get off the couch. Choose. I'm not giving you a no, we're not going over to the bowl. No. You had plenty. Off. Off, or choose. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's death, despair. Oh, terrible voice acting. I'm going to do it. I'm going to die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I'm ain't afraid to die. What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I am finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? Newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright, aka Nick. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Butthead. Lay down then. Get up all the way and lay down. There is enough room for you to do that, miss. Come on. There. I shifted. You gonna lay down? No. Then get out of my face. Nuh-uh-uh. Off. Pussy. Gosh, my computer's being a dick. Away from my face. Asthma kicking in. Breathing difficult. Court is now in session. Okay, yeah. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright. This is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Handshaking, eyesight fading. So dramatic, Phoenix. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. This is an achievement if you do me a favor, which I did that earlier today, so I'm not going to do it again. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Oh, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... wait, No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. You and me both, sister. I have one. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the right bumper to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. It's way too warm. Who is the victim in this case? It's Cindy Stone. Because I've done this recently. Victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what is the cause of death? She died because she was... hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts that into evidence. I should give him an old man voice, to be honest. But I'm not doing voices, so this is just the roughest you can get right now. If I wasn't feeling so shitty or embarrassed, I would do voices. Right! Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the right bumper, blah 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 blah. Yeah, check the court record frequently. Got it. Cool, thank you, lady. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Yes. Yes, this very well could. So that's Ace Attorney episode 4. I'm just double checking. TNT, Ace Attorney episode 5, TNT, okay. So episode 5 is the next episode that I have an achievement I gotta focus on. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumb. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. Payne, you're an ass. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. Yay. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but she did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. I'm a sugar daddy. Technically, to my boyfriend. Sugar daddies. Yes, older men who gave her money. Yes, except that I'm younger than my partner. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. You're an ass. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering? My client has no idea the victim was seeing other men. The question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Dude, Nick, what do you mean by irrelevant? The cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Oh gosh, Larry. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. Just a quick pause. Gotta breathe. Got to breathe. apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. He went. What do I do? Answer honestly. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there, I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. Like, I didn't even see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Okay. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. I just like how everything in this is puns. Everything is puns. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, correct? Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time the murder was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. This is all ridiculous. The phone Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record, added court record. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in the testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? Hold the key. It's in the evidence. Yeah, I know. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with blah 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 blah. Point out contradictions in the testimony. Cool. Okay, so this is just giving me... Alright. Really quickly, I need to look. From noon to 6 p.m. Okay. Between 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Okay. Thought he must be in a left in a hurry. I saw her lying, not... Our apartment wasn't working, I went to my phone. I remember the time exactly, it was 1 p.m. Objection! You sure you found the body at 1 p.m.? You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I found that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. The puns in this game! How do you explain the 3-hour gap? Oh, that's, This is trivial, the witness has merely got the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawitt, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Good job, right? Way to put him on the spot. All you have to do, point out the contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and the whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Oh heavens. Time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video or of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. It's blackout, dude. My dude, blackout. I see. Heard a voice saying time on the tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Time of discovery. Right, where is the section where he mentions the TV? Here we go. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawitt? No, I tried to find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Wait, I remember now, Mr. Sawitt. The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you just seem rather restrained. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been a shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawitt. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. Guessing that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Hearing the time. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. Objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? With your objections and your evidence. Just answer the question, Mr. Sawitt. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may... Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, you just have to tilt it and it says the time out loud. And as it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue, my apologies. See, so the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? Yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he has never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. I saw the witness. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I voice at some point. Mr. Sod, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon just spoke as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day I never... Look, the clock, I heard... No, I mean, I saw... And he throws the toupee at Phoenix. There you go. Grossness. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Give him death. Okay, buddy. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, playing the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is writing on this. Better think through it carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Solid heard was definitely the clock. In fact, it is clear if you simply... It's on the clock here and now in this court. Your Honor, if I may have the clock. I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. Certainly it's a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So we have heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ugh. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sod heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sod, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? Well, I may have seemed like a clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? You can't prove that. You don't have a case. How am I supposed to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sod. I came all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers all slime. I almost had him. You did. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not true. Not so fast, Mr. Sod. Go, Mia. Mia, I mean Chief. Listen up, right? Don't throw away this... Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. You can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. That doesn't mean you can still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow, and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right. Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yep. Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found an evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that the clock was running slow. Take that! The victim had just returned from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it is exactly 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sod? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Pun game! And he foams at the mouse and fails. Okay, I gotta breathe. Order, order, I say. Well, this case is certainly taken out differently from what we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned. Turns out that Frank saw it was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check to see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. And when he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Oh, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, I imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, Innocence. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook? Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Man's a freaking engineer. Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Doesn't that make you just want to cry? Larry... Are you so sure? Excuse me? I say that. I do actually say excuse me. I think she thought quite a lot of you. Wait. Nah, you don't get to sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, but I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right. Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about it? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. What about the clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Like how it ends on that note where you get to choose the good thing, right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about a dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you're saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him? Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me about it sometime. Maybe drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back, said, "Gee, Nick, it's all good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave me. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. 'Cause she dies. Spoilers. Save progress, yes. See, you can see everything I've completed. So many stuff I have done. This is my most recent restart, aside from what I did earlier for like a couple minutes. I'm gonna hit save. What time is it? Alright, I got 15 more minutes before I have to actually stop and go beg family to be a chauffeur for me. Hello? This is Maya. Oh, Maya, higher pitched. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while? Sorry, I've been so busy. How you been? Oh, well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know, you want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like the statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always liked toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now. You know, I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working. That's lame. I had to take the clock out. Sorry. I put in some papers inside instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9, to pick it up? I'll be in the pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit up the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep. I'll be waiting. Yeah. Conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m., Fay and Company Law Offices. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed all those papers. How could you know? Oh, you are not the only coniferous of my background. You are not cogniferous of my background. What the fuck, language? Oh my gosh. Gathering information is my business, you see. Yes, Mr. Blue. No, Mr. White, actually. I know that. I should have been more careful. Oh, my dear Miss Fay, I am so very sorry. But I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Smack. And there's Mr. White. dressed in red, with his purpley blue hair. Red, white, blue. September 5th, 9:08 p.m., Fay and Company Law Offices. Oh, I'm late. That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should go out for dinner. What's that smell? What? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Alright, so now I get to examine shit. This is part of the game I like most. Yeah, nothing there. Move. To office. That smell. Blood. Sobbing. Sis. Someone's there. It's Mia. There. Chief? Chief! Chief! Who are you? And she faints. Strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade, until finally she was cold. You waited your sweet time, Chief. Chief? It's hard seeing her like this, but if there's any clues here... She was struck in the head by a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. Thinker added to the court record. There's some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken back in the room. Nothing else that seems to be a clue here. A piece of paper. Must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? Words written on the scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from the department store, dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. Better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that it became the murder weapon again. It's painful to look at, but I have to for Mia's sake. Looks like she was head and head with the blunt weapon. She probably died instantly. Okay. Some shards of glass seem to be the remains of the glass light stand. Okay, that's complete. Chief's chair, a simple, functional design. It feels pretty good to sit in. There's a large building right across from the office, the Gatewater Hotel, a luxurious place. That girl just now, where'd she go? Put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh, I hope she didn't run on me. Oh, there she is right in front of you. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya Fay. Maya Fay. Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside of the courtroom. She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me, can you tell me what happened? I came in, the room was dark. Sis... So she was already dead. So you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here because you were visiting? It's late at night? Yes, she said she wanted to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes, it was the clock. It was the thinker. about the thinker. The thinker? That was... Oh, sis. Probably shouldn't have asked her about the murder weapon. This is laying next to the chief. I know, I saw it there too. I thought they might be the pieces of the light stand. Maybe. Never heard of a glass light stand before. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood? She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would sis write my name? Oh, now I've done it. Better hurry up and call the police. Couldn't cram more legal books in here if you didn't want to. A few gates upon the shelves without feeling insignificant. A small writing desk cluttered with office supplies. The door to the chief's office is slightly open, better not touch the knob. A large painting, I guess you'd call this modern art. I, on the hand, call it a mistake. The sofa is for clients, it's leather, a real luxury model. The reception desk, I usually sit here. Right, move back to the office. Examine. Van Co-Ledger book. Everything written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. A small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. All she used this for PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale, practically nothing. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. Right, I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please come quick. Oh, that's a lady voice, right? What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. The police. Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze. Police. Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe. See? Gumshoe. What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way. See? We got a person saying they saw a murder. Must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch. Okay? Great. Just great. Maya, wait. She wouldn't have... Whoa! Excuse me? This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's me. What? The victim drew this here in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not... Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct. What? You poor dear. I'm so sorry. Mia's younger sister Maya was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6, 9:07 a.m. Detention center visitor's room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh. It's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning! She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It's up to you. Better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yes. I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the someone in trouble here. They're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought that. It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. So, he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get in trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia... I know. Okay. I'm going to save here. Yeah, this is my save. I'm going to save here, and stop, because I need to do pet sitting, and have to go, beg for assistance, so, yeah. Bye. I will stream more when I get back, I think is what I'm gonna do, because I am so exhausted. Benadryl